I'm Sarah Fergani with KENS 5 News Now. The primary runoff election is happening now across Texas. The Bexar County ballot has 5 races for Democrats. Bexar County Commissioner Precinct 1 incumbent Rebecca Clay Flores faces a challenge from Amanda Gonzalez after failing to get the majority vote in March's primary. And on the Republican side, a tense runoff between incumbent Tony Gonzalez and his challenger Brandon Herrera. For other races, we have a comprehensive voter guide posted on KENS5.com. Polls close at 7 p.m. A birthday celebration on San Antonio's northwest side ends with 3 people shot and rushed to the hospital. Police say a woman and her boyfriend were at the house party at the Braun Arbor neighborhood around 8 o'clock Monday night. When the homeowner found out the boyfriend had a gun, he asked the couple to leave, but then he noticed the couple still sitting in the car arguing. He grabbed his rifle and told him again to leave. Officers say that's when it turned into a shootout, both men shooting at each other. The boyfriend, the girlfriend, and the homeowner were all shot. Police are still investigating. We're learning the 80-year-old woman caught in the crossfire of a shootout and killed in Southtown was visiting San Antonio at the time. Police say they found multiple shell casings at the intersection of East Cesar Chavez and Indianola, and even further down the block. 80-year-old Heidi Silkworth was in the backseat of a car Sunday night when 2 groups of young men began shooting at each other. Police say a stray bullet hit Silkworth in the car, killing her. She was in San Antonio for a high school graduation.
We have a pattern of offenses in an area, which this was not. We would typically put more patrols in the areas. So a random act doesn't necessarily mean we're going to add more patrols to the area.
The chief says SAPD detained 9 young men, but right now they do not have enough probable cause to arrest anyone. All the recent violence around San Antonio's downtown is causing concern. Some people now wondering if there needs to be more policing. Just yesterday, around 1 a.m., a taxi driver was found stabbed and laying in the streets. Other drivers say they wish more could be done to keep them safe.
During the early morning hours, they're not hearing enough, and the response time is way too slow.
There's a lot of mentally ill, there's a lot of homeless, a lot of drug addicts.
When they break the law, we take the appropriate action.
The police chief says the total force downtown is adequate with bike patrols, district officers, covert detectives, and park police. Plus, there are surveillance cameras, he said. And as graduations are happening across San Antonio, last night, Roosevelt High School honored 2 of its seniors who will never be able to walk the stage. 17-year-old Caitlin Hernandez was killed back in March. She was found strangled to death in a ditch near her northeast side home. Her 18-year-old sister, Kaylee, died last November. Now, this is the first time the family has spoken about Kaylee's death, but they did not say how she died. In honor of the girls, 2 family members walked the stage last night in their place.
Girls, if you're listening, which I know you are, we're so proud of y'all. For Caitlin and for you, Katie, for doing this big accomplishment. Happy heavenly graduation, girls.
We love you.
And we miss you.
Caitlin's accused killer, a 15-year-old boy, remains in juvenile custody facing a capital murder charge. Have you heard of Owl Radio? They call themselves the Eyes of San Antonio, reading for those who cannot see. Since 2002, volunteers with Owl Radio have helped read the newspapers and keep the community informed. They have podcasts and all sorts of resources. Organizers say in Bexar County, nearly 15,000 people are either blind or visually impaired.
Hello and welcome to Owl Radio.
I imagine them being at home listening on the radio or on their computers or some other device and getting the news, which they wouldn't be able to get visually.
Owl Radio is always looking for volunteers. If you'd like more information, head to owlradio.com and hit the volunteer tab. Disney's Frozen the Musical is touring the country, and right now they're in San Antonio with one of its stars returning to his roots. Preston Perez, who plays Hans, the prince who woos Princess Anna, is a San Antonian. He was a musical theater major at the Northeast School of the Arts at the Lee High School campus. Frozen is his first Broadway tour, but he has already achieved success with a role in the Neil Diamond musical on Broadway. We caught up with Perez about his time in San Antonio.
What's really special about San Antonio and the experience that I had there is community was such a big aspect of my time living in San Antonio, or my time growing up. I have a huge family. My grandpa has 7 brothers, and they all have kids, so I have lots of cousins.
Now, Frozen the Musical runs until June 2nd at the Majestic. A link to tickets is on kens5.com. He also says he plans to get barbacoa when he's home. Right now for today's forecast, Maggie Laughlin.
Yep, so today will only be in the 90s, but we have a 3 out of 5 risk for storms to turn severe tonight. We'll have more on that later.
And that's KENS 5 News Now. I'm Sarah Forgani.